So, hello everyone. So now what we will learn is solving such problems. Jan Jamile, we find velocity, we find acceleration, we find yes velocity acceleration using differentiation. I mean differentiation like use करछ. We use differentiation to find differentiation to find what we use differentiation to find velocity, acceleration, etc. Okay, so such questions यस्तो क्वेसन्स धेरैवटा आएको छ एन्ड धेरै एस्पेक्ट धेरै हिसाबले आएको छ यसमा कति जग्गा इन्टिग्रेसनको पनि युज छ बट वी आर नट गोइङ टु डु सच क्वेसन्स टुडे वी आर जस्ट गोइङ टु डु द बेसिक क्वेसन्स निटकै क्वेसन्स हो पिएमटीकै क्वेसन्स बट वेयर वी रिक्वायर के रिक्वायर हुन्छ भन्दाखेरि वेयर वी रिक्वायर डिफ्रेन्सिएसन हामीलाई डिफ्रेन्सिएसनको जरुरत हुन्छ अब त्यसमा फर्स्ट डिफ्रेन्सिएसन के हो कसरी गर्छ द्याट्स अ डिफ्रेन्ट टपिक वी हेभ टु नो डिफ्रेन्सिएसन भनेको it's trying to find the rate of change of something or not only rate we can say if so it's the change in y with due to a very small change in x. So normally SRE represent karsa. It is actually not called dy by dx but ddx of y. So it's change in something, right? It's change in y, change in y due to change in x. Small, very small change. Small change in x. Well, instantaneous or your limit or go down. So for our solution को sake लागि हामी let's just learn how it is done. Okay, let's just learn differentiation चाहिँ कसरी गर्छ for such problems. When we advance अझै हामी पढ्दै जान्छ we have to know differentiation. Without differentiation धेरै कुरा हुँदैन. But for time being let's just know एउटा फर्मुला सिक्नुले नै हाम्रो आजको काम चलिहाल्छ. So let's just learn that the differentiation ddx of x to the power n x यो ddx जुन छ it gives us the information that we have to differentiate with respect to x को respect में differentiate गर्नुपर्छ. So it basically means ddx of x to the power n is equal to यसको फर्मुला के छ भन्दाखेरि n x n minus 1. So जुन चाहिँ पावरको n थियो त्यो अगाडि आयो है अनि त पावर 1 पावरमा जुन चाहिँ एक्सपोनेन्ट थियो त्यो पावर 1 घट्यो n minus 1. So this is our formula for differentiation. ddx of x to the power n is equal to nx n minus 1. Okay, यो फर्मुला याद राख्यो भने हाम्रो आजको पर्पस will be fulfilled, but for further classes we have to understand integration as well in a bit depth. अहिलेको लागि यति is sufficient. Okay, and we know, right, we know basic things about differentiation like differentiation of a constant is 0. Differentiation of a constant is 0. Sin x cos x हरूको पनि आउँछ but we will do that when the problem arises. So अहिलेको लागि just remember that ddx of x to the power n is nx n minus 1. Okay, अनि what do we have to know? We have to know how अब यो त हाम्रो differentiation को कुरा हो. How is it related to motion in a straight line? So we have to understand that velocity is actually the rate of change of displacement. So it is dx by dt. Sorry, ddt of x. So हामीले x लाई with respect to t जब हामी differentiate गर्छौं x को equation लाई then we get the value of velocity. Okay, similarly acceleration is what? It is rate of change of velocity. It is rate of change of velocity. So v लाई जब हामी डिफ्रेन्शिएट गर्छौं विथ रेस्पेक्ट टु टी वी गेट द भ्यालु अफ एक्सेलरेसन और अब v भनेको त हामीले अलरेडी याद छ v इज व्हाट d dtx of t x ddt of x so यसलाई हामी एक्सेलरेसनलाई व्हाट वी can write it as d square x dt square so यसरी पनि बुझ्न सक्छौ कि x लाई नि दुई खेप डिफ्रेन्शिएसन गर्नु पावर को मतलब हो दुई खेप हामीले डिफ्रेन्शिएट गर्नु पर्यो एक खेप डिफ्रेन्शिएट गर्यो भेलोसिटी निस्किन्छ अगेन इफ वी डिफ्रेन्शिएट दैट वी गेट दैट value to be acceleration okay so अहिलेको लागि just remember that velocity is given by ddt of x and acceleration is given by ddt of v or you can also understand d square x dt square acceleration if we understand this if you have copied this then आजको लागि it will be sufficient okay so let's get straight to the questions so question number 6 a car moves along a straight line whose equation of motion is given by so equation of motion दिएको छ यहाँ s is equal to 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube where s is in meters and t is in seconds the velocity of the car at the start will be so at the start a very good question at the start velocity कति हुन्छ let's try to find out okay very interesting question so हामीलाई s कति दिएको छ let's do one thing let's copy the question okay let's copy the question so a car moves along a straight line whose equation so equation कति दिएको छ 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube so what is s s is displacement right we know so velocity खोज्नु भन्दैछ okay so what is the formula for velocity velocity is rate of change of displacement so ddt of s अघि x थियो अहिले s किन भन्दाखेरि अघि हामीले डिस्प्लेसमेन्टलाई x मानेको थियो यहाँ क्वेशनमा s दिएको छ that's why so यसलाई डिफरेन्शिएट गरौँ so ddt s को जग्गामा 12t plus 3t square minus 2t cube okay so let's differentiate अब 12 एउटा कन्स्ट्यान्ट हो यसलाई डिफरेन्शिएसन गर्दैनौँ हामी so 12 अगाडि so ddt of t plus 3 constant ddt of t square minus 2 constant ddt of t cube okay so let's do it so ddt of t so t को पावर केही छैन भने के हो 1 the power is 1 so 12 into t को पावर जुन चाहिँ n को जस्तो थियो त्यो अगाडि आयो 1 अगाडि आयो t 1 minus 1 plus 3 2 अगाडि आयो 2 t 2 minus 1 minus 2 into 3 अगाडि आयो t 3 minus 1 now 12 t 1 minus 1 is anything 1 minus 1 is 0 and anything to the power 0 is 1 so 3 2 is 6 t 2 minus 1 is 1 which we can ignore minus 2 3 is 6 t square 3 minus 1 is square so this is the equation for velocity in terms of time right further what we can write 12 into 1 is 12 minus plus 60 minus 6t square right we got the value now question के सोध्दैछ the velocity of the car at the start velocity of the car तर कतिखेर at the start भनेको छैन छ कि छैन so at the start what happens t is 0 right the time should be 0 start गर्दैछ so time is 0 so then the velocity will become 12 plus जुन चाहिँ velocity छ त्यसको एक्सप्रेसनमा हामी कति लगायो भ्याल्यु t लगायो, t को भ्यालु 0 लगायो. सो 12 को त t छैन. 6 into 0 plus, okay, I'm sorry, minus 6 into 0 square, right? 0, 6 into 0, 6 into 0 square, they all 0. So what do we get? We only get phi is equal to 12. Let's see whether this is in the option or not. It is in the option, right? So 12 meter per second. The option number C is the correct option. Okay, very easy if you understand differentiation. Okay, let's move into the next question. We have done 6, so 7 go. A particle moves along a straight line OX at a time t in seconds. The distance x in meters of the particle is given by, distance is given by this thing, 40 plus 12t minus t cube. How long would the particle travel before coming to rest? कति चाहिँ ट्राभल गर्छ बिफोर कमिङ टु रेस्ट? रेस्टमा आउन्जेलसम्म चाहिँ त्योभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ हाउ लङ विल इट ट्राभल? सो दिस इज द क्वेसन, राइट? The particle is how long would the particle travel before coming to rest? Okay, before coming to rest. This is a very interesting, very tricky question. This is not that easy. This is not that easy. It may be difficult for you. So x is how much? 40 plus 12t minus t cube. अब हामीलाई त टाइम दिएको हुन्थ्यो नि त, बट टाइम इज नट गिभन. बट एउटा कुरा दिएको छ, द पार्टिकल, हाउ लङ वुड द पार्टिकल ट्राभल बिफोर कमिङ टु रेस्ट? रेस्टमा आइपुग्नुभन्दा अगाडि. सो रेस्टमा आउँदा के हुन्छ? भेलोसिटी विल बी 0. सो फर्स्टमा हामीले कतिखेर कति टाइममा चाहिँ भेलोसिटी 0 हुन्छ भनेर खोज्नु पर्छ. वी हेभ टु फाइन्ड the value of the time at which the velocity is 0. So कसरी खोज्ने? Question may come, right? So let's first find the velocity. So dx dt. यसो गऱ्यो भने we will get the value of velocity, right? So x को value के छ? 40 plus 12t minus t cube, right? अब 40 को differentiation, it is a constant, so it will be 0 plus 12 into t को differentiation अघि पनि हामीले देख्यौं, it will be 1. okay, र पनि लेख्थ्यौं, and we have to differentiate dt t cube. okay, so कति भयो? It will be 12. t को यो डिफ्रेन्सिएसन अघि पनि हामीले 1 हुन्छ भनेर याद पायो. सो यो अगाडिको लाँदाखेरि के हुन्छ? इट विल बी 3t स्क्वायर. सो 12 into 1 is 12 minus 3t square. This is the value of velocity, right? Velocity को value हो. Let's remove this vector sign for the moment. So velocity को value हो. Now we have to find how, when does it come at rest? Time खोज्नु छ हामीले. okay. Okay, so when does it come at rest? So at rest के हुन्छ? Rest पाएपछि the velocity will become 0, right? So velocity को value कति छ? 12 minus 3t square is equal to 0. अब यो minus 3t square यता राखौं, यो 12 उता जाँदा minus 12 भयो. okay, t square is equal to minus 12 by minus 3. Minus minus cancel, 3 ones are 3, 3 fours are 12. So यतापट्टि गरौँ, t square is equal to 4 भयो. So t is becomes root over 4. यसको एक्चुअली दुईटा भ्यालु आउँछ, 4 को रुट 2 प्लस पनि हो माइनस पनि 2 हो, बट एज टाइम क्यानट बी नेगेटिभ राइट, सो वी टेक द भ्यालु अफ t इज इक्वल टु 2. सो के भयो भन्दाखेरि टाइम 2 हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ के हुँदो रहेछ, when the value of time is 2 the velocity becomes 0. so velocity becomes 0 मतलब it comes at rest. सो कति मजाको क्वेसन छ, हामीलाई डाइरेक्टली भनेको छैन टाइम 2 मा डिस्प्लेसमेन्ट अर पोजिसन निकाल भनेर, बट वी आर ओन्ली आस्क्ड कि जब रेस्टमा आउँछ त्यतिखेर डिस्टेन्स कति हो. दिस इज भेरी ब्युटिफुली आस्क्ड. यसले अलिकति हाम्रो दिमागको उयो लेख्छ, बट वी नो कि t2 हुँदाखेरि आउँदो रहेछ. सो यो x को जग्गामा t को भ्यालु 2 लगाइदिउँ राइट. कति छ 40 प्लस 12 इन्टु 2, t को जग्गामा कति हुन्छ 2 अनि माइनस 2 क्युब. ओके, लेट्स डू वान थिङ. यसलाई लैजाउँ, यसलाई तलै लगाएर अलग्गै. Again copy it. Let's bring it here. We know the value of x is this. So here need t को value 2 लगाऊं, 40 plus 12 into 2 minus t cube को जगह में के लेख्नु पर्यो हामीले 2 को cube. So this will be how much? 40 plus 12 to the 24 minus 2 cube is 8. 40 plus 24 is 64 minus 8 is 56 meters, right? So it is option number D, 56 meters. I अलिकति question, it's very tricky, it's मजा पनि आउँछ यस्तो question solve गर्दा if you understand, right? So let's go to the next question. Okay, next question पनि दामी छ. Question number 8. Let me bring its option as well. So this is the option. This is the question. This is the option. So see it. Let's do it. Okay. You can try. You can try. Question is, the position x of a particle varies with time as this. So time x को equation दिएको छ. It is a t square minus b t cube. The acceleration will become 0 at time t equal to, acceleration 0 हुन्छ अरे काहीँनिर नि. सो त्यो टाइम चाहिँ कति हो भन्दैछ, यो 0 हुने टाइम चाहिँ कति हो. सो एक्सेलरेसन खोज्नु पर्यो, त्योभन्दा अगाडि हामीले के खोज्नु पर्यो, भेलोसिटी खोज्नु पर्यो. सो भेलोसिटी इज d dt of x. सो लेट्स डू इट. a इन्टु, अब हामी डाइरेक्ट गर्न थाल्नुपर्छ यसलाई. t स्क्वायर छ, सो यो हुन्छ डिफ्रेन्सिएसन गर्दा 2t माइनस b इन्टु यो डिफ्रेन्सिएसन गर्दा 3t स्क्वायर. ओके, डिफ्रेन्शिएट गरे हामीले 1 सो यसलाई अलिक राम्रोसँग लेखौँ this becomes 2at minus 3bt square. So this is the value of velocity. Okay. Now acceleration is what? Acceleration is we can also write it as d square ddt square of x, or we can also write this as dv ddt of v, right? So v लाई डिफ्रेन्शिएट गर्नु पर्यो, गरौँ 2a अगाडि आयो है, t को डिफ्रेन्शिएसन कति हुन्छ? t को मात्रै गर्दा we know it will be differentiation will be 1 minus 3b, t स्क्वायर को डिफ्रेन्शिएसन गर्दा के हुन्छ? 2t, राइट? 3b into 2t, t स्क्वायर को डिफ्रेन्शिएसन हुन्छ 2t, 3b त कन्स्टेन्ट भइहाल्यो. So 2a into 1 is 2a minus 3 into 2 6bt, right? 2a minus 6bt. Now what is this? This is actually the value of acceleration. You a सँग confuse हुन्छ भनेर I'm writing ACC. This means acceleration. So this has to be what? This acceleration has to be 0. यो कतिखेर हुन्छ भनेको छ नि त. So acceleration 0 हुनको लागि यो 0 हुनु पर्यो, यो जुन चाहिँ छ टर्म यो के हुनु पर्यो? 0. So यो कतिखेर 0 हुन्छ? 2a minus 6bt is equal to 0. So 2a is equal to 6bt, or I will लेख्नु t is equal to 2a by 6b. 2a by 6b, 6b उता गयो मुनि जान्छ, so 2 1 2, 2 3 6. So it will be a by 3b. So at time is equal to a by 3b, what will happen? The acceleration will become 0. So the option is first one, a by 3b. Okay, done. Now let's move on to the next question, right? 9. These are very simple questions actually. Simple question huncha, if when you practice it will become very simple. Okay, complicated pani aउँछ, don't worry. There are questions which require integration by separation of variable and so on. So याद छैन, but we can learn obviously. So you can try this question. It's a bit simple. Motion of a particle is given by equation this, s is equal to 3t square plus 3t cube plus 7t square plus 14t plus 8 meters. The value of acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 1 second is, we have to find the value of acceleration. So first you have to find the value of velocity, then you have to find the value of acceleration. दुई खेप डिफ्रेन्शिएट गर्नुपर्छ, and त्यसको बादमा t को भ्याल्यु 1 लगाइदियो, whatever the value of acceleration you get, that is the answer. जुन चाहिँ acceleration को भ्याल्यु पाउँछ त्यही हो हाम्रो आन्सर. Okay, so you can solve it, but anyways if you don't, you can see. Okay, so हाम्रो s कति दिएको छ? 3t square plus 3t cube, 3t cube plus 7t square plus 14t plus 8. यो देखिसकेको छैन? So velocity कसरी आउँछ? ds dt of s. So यो कसरी निकाल्ने? हामी डिफ्रेन्शिएट गरौँ. 3 is a constant, so यसको केही फरक परेन. पावर 3 छ, so 3 मा अगाडि आउँछ t square, यस्तो हुन्छ कि हुँदैन? सिम्पल. अनि 7 छ, 7 is a constant, t square will be 2t, यसको डिफ्रेन्शिएसन 2t हुन्छ. अनि 14 into t को डिफ्रेन्शिएसन मैले अलरेडी भनेको छु, it will be 1. 8 एउटा कन्स्टेन्ट हो, सो यसको डिफ्रेन्शिएसन हुन्छ डाइरेक्टली 0. We can write it as 0. So 3 into 3 9 t square plus 7 2 जा 40, 7 2 जा 14t plus 14 into 1 is 40. This is the value of acceleration, velocity, right? Now acceleration is d dt of v. So this will be यसलाई फेरि डिफ्रेन्सिएट भीलाई पनि डिफ्रेन्सिएट गर्नु पर्यो. सो फेरि गरौँ 9 इन्टु टी स्क्वायरको हुन्छ 2t राइट. अनि 14 इन्टु टीको डिफ्रेन्सिएसन कति हुन्छ 1 अनि 14 को डिफ्रेन्सिएसन 0 बिकज इट इज अ कन्स्ट्यान्ट. सो 9 टू जा 18t प्लस 14, 18t प्लस 14. So this is the value of acceleration, right? अब हामीलाई भन्दैछ at time is equal to 1 second. भनेको चाहिँ नि the value of acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 1 second. कति हुन्छ भनेर सोधेको छ. So acceleration will be simple. यो जुन चाहिँ एक्सप्रेसन आयो acceleration को त्यसमा हाल्दियो t को भ्यालु 1. So 18 into t को भ्यालु 1 plus 14, it will be 18 into 1 is 18 plus 14. 18 र 14 जोड्दा हुन्छ 32. यहाँ 32 अप्सनमा छ. the unit of this thing is meter per second square, right? Acceleration को meter per second square हो. So we have done it. It's very easy, right? So we get the value of acceleration at t is equal to 1 second as 32 meter per second square. Understood? Easy, not that difficult. Okay, these all are NEET questions, PMT questions. Okay, we have done question number 9, right? We have also done we haven't done question number 10. So you can see question number 10 and 11 here. You can try it at home, right? And if you don't understand, you can let me know so that I can explain it in the next class. So I have a brief look at it. Question number 10 and 11, they are also same thing. Okay. So that's it. Thank you. So actually you solve सबै कुरा differentiation वाला मात्रै थियो. You can अझै अरू क्वेसन्सहरू हामी जस्तै जुन चाहिँ रिलेटेड टु डिफ्रेन्सिएसन तर त्यहाँ इन्टिग्रेसनको एलिमेन्ट पनि छ त्यसलाई अब अलिकति डिपमा बुझेर इन्टिग्रेसनलाई पनि बुझेर फर्मुलाहरू सिकेर सेपरेसन अफ भेरिएबल्स कसरी गर्छ सिकेर वी विल ह्याभ टु सल्भ. ओके, सो यतिसम्मको क्वेसन्स इज समथिङ विच यु क्यान डु बाई अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ द गिभन कन्सेप्ट.